Mark placed a small box on the table. From today, during dinner, all phones, tablets, and gadgets will stay in this box. Only us and our conversations. Emma made a face. But Dad, my game level, it was almost finished. Jake muttered, "My friends will think I'm ignoring them." Sarah laughed and said, "And if I don't reply, what will my office colleagues think?" Mark smiled. "They can all wait. But these moments, they are ours. If we lose our evenings to screens, we'll drift away from real life." The phones and gadgets were placed inside the box. At first there was hesitation, but slowly they began to talk. Emma shared a funny story from school. Jake spoke about learning a new move during basketball practice. Sarah opened up about her office stress, and Mark cracked a lighthearted joke. Laughter filled the room. Suddenly, the dinner felt more delicious than ever. After dinner, the family gathered in the living room. Emma said, "Dad, honestly, eating without the tablet felt strange, but also fun." Jake nodded. "Yeah, I liked it too. It felt like we were actually listening to each other." Sarah added, "Maybe this is exactly what we needed, real connection." Mark smiled and said, "Exactly. This is our digital wellness protocol, a few evening hours just for us, without screens." That night, Emma sat in her room, books open but her face worried. "Mom, there's so much homework. How will I ever finish it?" she said, almost in tears. Jake looked at his thick science project file and sighed. "This is impossible. I can't finish it all in one night." Sarah looked at both of them and said gently, "When the work feels too big, break it into smaller parts. Just focus on one step at a time." Mark came closer and said, "Even I sometimes feel overwhelmed by piles of work, but if I complete just one small task, I get the energy to do the rest. That's called micro wins." Emma solved one question and lifted her notebook. "Done," she said proudly. Jake completed a diagram in his project file. "This one's done too," he said. Sarah clapped her hands happily. "See? You both achieved small wins. That's what will carry you forward." Mark laughed. "That's the secret. Small steps, big results." Another evening after dinner, silence filled the house. Emma was in her room reading. Jake played a game with his headphones on. Sarah washed dishes in the kitchen, and Mark was still working on his laptop. Mark looked up and thought, "We're all in the same house, but none of us are really connected." He called everyone into the living room. "Today we'll play a new game. It's called Relationship Recharge." The family sat in a circle. The rule was simple. One person would speak, and the others would listen carefully without interrupting. Emma started. "I felt good today when Mom helped me with homework." Sarah smiled. "Today, Jake cleaned his room without being asked, and that made me so happy." Jake spoke softly. "Dad, when you encouraged me during the basketball match, it gave me confidence." Mark looked at them all and said, "And nothing makes me happier than seeing all of you together." For a moment, the room was silent. Then Emma suddenly hugged Mark. Jake joined in. Sarah wrapped her arms around them all. In that instant, the silence of the house disappeared, replaced with warmth, laughter, and love.